Hello. New microphone. It's a little bit louder than usually. New mic is in the house. How we doing, everybody? How's it going? Mayor, Azimi, what's up? What's up? Man, I just found such a cute animal outside. I'm gonna show you in a bit. Such a cutie outside. Two of them, actually. Two hedgehogs. Alright, what's the plan for today? We're gonna do the daily quests. Capture tier 5 Illuvial. 5 tier 1 Illuvials. Okay. Morpho. Stage 1. 8 infused epic water gems. Let's see if we can do that now. And 6 encounters in stage 2. Alright. Eight infused epic water gems. We probably don't have enough for that. We only have 2. Surfer dude! Just caught my first holo phone. Nice, man. Congrats. Alright, I also want to fuse a tier 5 Illuvial for the quests. A tier 4 Illuvial. Tier 4. I only have 1 dash. We could try to get a perfect flood. So this one. Maybe just... We're not gonna bring 3 floods, right? That's a bit too much. That's all our perfect stat Illuvials. Maybe just 1. And we're gonna get him to level 20. With a bunch of brains. Alright, should be good enough for stage 2, I think. Are those who use VPN in-game going to be blocked? Kieran said that. Some VPN providers are on the block list. But you can still use VPNs, but some of them are blocked. Maybe try to ask Illuvium support if you want to find out which VPN provider is blocked. There's a few VPN providers that the botters mainly use, and those are gonna be blocked. By the way, how is the microphone quality? Same? Better? Worse? Go. Vermilia. Yo, Surfer Dude, was it you yesterday who said the Sam Stefania interview with Kieran was really good? I want to watch that today. I'm not sure where it is. Is it on YouTube, on Twitter? Probably on Twitter, right? It seems the same to me. Fair enough. Yeah, I still have the same filters and everything. It should be a little bit louder, but... Mainly I have a boom again. A boomstick. Oh, Rota Holo. Hello, Holo.
Let's get started.
I watched it through his Twitter. All right. Check that out. I just found that little guy earlier. He's so cute. Little fatty. He's pretty chill. He's now digging a hole in the backyard. Watch out for his hyper. Yeah, it's a real life Rota. How come we still got points from milestones? I just got 300k from full set of tier 1 stage 3 Illuvials. Yeah, it's buggy. We can still see them, but apparently they're not gonna count. Such a cutie, isn't he? A real-life Rota indeed. That one has decent stats for a holo, I guess. Alright, we're gonna level up the app and everything else. Playing against air, nature, so fire is pretty good. Gonna be hard versus a Rebel. Rebel with crazy stats as well. Maybe we need some more. To Enchanter. I need one more for full set of Link, for full set of Link stage 3. Do you have the set? No, I don't have it yet. I'm still missing a few of them. I think it's pretty easy to get like almost all of them, but then when you look for one or two more specifically, it's really hard to find them. Alright, Ebb is gaining levels. We need him to be level 20 to be able to fuse him, maybe get a perfect set for Lud. I live in Iran and I have no choice except to use VPN to access the game. Yeah, that's fine. It's not that all VPNs are blocked. Just a few providers. Maybe before you make a subscription with a VPN, you ask the Illuvium support first which VPNs or if this specific VPN that you want to use is okay to be used, you know? Got him. That's our first tier 1 Illuvio. We need 5 of them. What's that? Another Rayleigh. Stage 3 right there. I have like 5 of them already. Look at that. Another Rayleigh, dude. I have so many. And in a Brightland Steps run. Dove, good morning. How's it going? How we doing? Yeah, we're gonna do some dailies and then we're gonna look at the Sam Kieran interview and the dash, and then we're gonna watch some Viper videos. I meant to watch some of them. Hey, decent stats. Not so much on the dash. Pretty good links, to be honest. 3 maxed ones. Alright. First things first. Flood plus brain. Then we got fire and water. 2 fire, 1 water. Earth is gonna be okay, and water is gonna be okay. We can use some more units because Rayleigh is 55, so we only have 2 tries here anyway. That should be alright. Parallel dailies, LV dailies, now IRL job. Real life dailies, parallel dailies, Illuvium dailies. Dailies. Stinky feet! What's up, what's up? What's up, what's up? Wait, I gotta screenshot that real life rota. I wanna post it on Twitter. Let's get the Rayleigh. Tier 1 shard, 64. After that, we can use a tier 2 shard. I also want to capture him for the quest, for the daily, so tier 2 shard, 93% should be it. Check that out. Real life rota. Such a cutie. Minimum attack speed, max cuteness. Yeah, his movement speed was pretty low as well. But I put him down in the backyard, and he was already like down in the leaves, trying finding some insects. He was chewing on a big bug that he found. Super cute. But yeah, we found him on the street. That's why we put him in the garden. Before stage 2. In a stage 2 run, okay. Give us a chance to learn more arena rank today. What do you mean, Ascendant? We can play some Ascendant. It's probably also in the dailies. Alright, check the stats. Alright, I guess we're not capturing this Matu. Just gonna be for the experience again. Where was this? Air, fire, and water. Can I have a quick look here? Air, fire, and water. So nature will count to both of them, but we don't got nature. That doesn't really matter. We can bring some counters for all of them. Mainly, we don't want the Axodon to go hyper. That's pretty scary. So against the Axodon, we bring our air units. We activate Enchanter, probably go down to 1 stability. And then maybe a little bit more damage, I guess. Is that enough damage? I mean, our ranger does enough damage, right? Easy. Yeah, I mean, Ascendant. All right. Let's play some Ascendant later. But first I want to watch... first we gotta finish the dailies here. Then watch some YouTube videos. Some Illuvium content. I want to react to it. And then we can jump into the Ascendant for the end of it. Alright, we're getting somewhere with the app. Can probably fuse it after this run. Tier 3 shard. 6%. That's all I'm giving you with those shitty stats. Take it or leave it, Matu. Alright, we're leaving it. Fair enough. Watermelon. Got him. Okay, we got an Airgun Rift here, we gotta remember. Any news on Council? What exactly do you mean? Which news are you looking for? I mean, I can't not really tell you what we talked about in the Council meeting, right? But where? I mean, I can tease you a little bit and say we They gave us some amazing news. Y'all gonna love it once they reveal it to you. But I'm not allowed to reveal it. But there is really good stuff coming. Another thing that I saw that Terran updated us on, the lobbies won't be here this week yet. Because first it was teased that we're gonna get gauntlet lobbies this week, and apparently it takes a bit longer. Hello, hello. We gotta capture 5 Illuviums in this run. Fight 12 encounters in stage 1. Alright, never mind. We don't need to capture 5 Illuviums. We can do it in the stage 1 run as well. But we won experience, so here we go. Was trying to have some leaks since Grant is gone. Yeah, I wish I could leak more. Good stats, I think we get it. Big juggle. Yep, and some brains. I gotta stack up on flint caps. Somebody said they would be really important in the next season or whatever. Bunch of air Illuviums, so we're not gonna play Earth. We had a fire right here. Got a 3x fuel bonus this morning. On which type of fuel? It was me, says Surfer Dude. I collected 200 flint caps. God damn. I think since months, or since release, I mostly look out for flint caps anyway, because they're the most consistent consumable, right? You're always gonna get your value out of them. Whereas every time I have to harvest the pop spore, because the time is running out, I feel really bad. Now enter everything in a stage and left combat when nothing is interesting. Wouldn't you still want to do the combat and then leave? Just for the experience? Three X on Krypton. Nice. I gotta check my fuel. Maybe I need to stack up anyway. It would be nice to have a graph to see how it has developed over the past. Kind of like with, you know, with the market and stuff. While doing dailies, are you going to do wave 30 in training mode? If I have that daily, sure. It takes a bit longer, but I think we can still go for it. Not a holo. But it doesn't... We have different dailies, right? So maybe you have wave 30, but I don't have it. Where's that little gyro in your hand now? Right out there in the backyard. He's just digging his nest to stay over winter into the leaves and branches and everything on the ground. I don't have ring nut for integrity. Trying to save. Yeah, that's true. You don't want to get low on integrity before you have checked if there is like important fights you need to fight first. Ba-da-da-da. Yeah, Surfer Dude, how did he say, like in what context did he say that? Was it in the Sam interview as well? So we're gonna see it later anyway. There was a big arbitrage with Ethereum pump because of the Fed announcement relative to fuel price in ETH. So I jumped on it. Fair. Can you explain that in like you would explain it to your grandmother? Ethereum went down, so now you get even more fuel? Is that what I'm reading? Say what? The thing about the fling caps. Did that come up in Sam's interview, or how? Where did you hear that? And in which context was it? I'm trying to figure out why we would need more fling caps. Because you want more levels. But you always want more levels, right? Maybe when they hopefully push for PvP and tournaments and stuff like this at one point, that's when you're really gonna go out and level your Illuvials to be ready for Leviathan, maybe? Alright, let's put a teleport beacon down. We got some airgun rifts up here. Also, it's the perfect place to dive down here. Shard deposit. What we got here? Cuculus. Shard deposit. Hiding behind some morphopods. Flint cap. Have you checked Raven Quest? Not yet, but I heard a lot of people talk really good about it. Have you checked it? How do you like it if you did? I feel like I don't really have the time for another crypto game. I don't want to split my attention between multiple games. That's why I also stopped Parallel, even though I kind of enjoyed it. Does look fun though, from what I've seen from the gameplay stuff. Very old school, but it looks pretty polished from what I've seen. So 0.05 of Ethereum today gives much more fuel than 0.05 2 weeks ago. All right, fair enough. As you fill all the orders and get the bonus on top. All right, yeah, I get you.
I'll use it.
The point what I didn't really understand is it's all about fuel price dropping lower, right? That's why you get more fuel. It's not really got to do with the Ethereum price change. Because there's not really an arbitrage, right? Because you're not like... Arbitrage... I only understand it in the sense of SLV2. Where SLV2 is just worth more than what you buy it for, but I cannot see that connection with Ethereum. Because Ethereum is priced at the Ethereum price, right? Maybe it's just too early for me to think in crypto terms. As fuel price drops and Ethereum rises, the spread awards even more. Yeah, I get it. Makes sense. Fuel goes down, ETH goes up, so you get from both ends, you get more. The question here is just, is the fuel price ever going up, or are we just continuously going down? That's why I would like to see like order book or statistics or whatever. And not a holo. Meh, bad stats. Time for our Earth boys. Playing this Cook-Off is really good. Perfect stats, enchanted with my Ranger. Would also have Toxic with the Caradulo. I'm glad we don't have to find a tier 5 Illuvium for quests today. Always when I try to do it, it feels hard. And when I don't want to find one, it's always there. Stage 3 always gives a lot of experience. So I want that guy. Do we have a Zephyr Lynx already? A Nimble one? Because I still want to collect all the guys as well. Nimble Zephyr Lynx. We even got a holo one with decent stats. Alright. Let's just fight it for experience then.
Here we go.
It was in the Path Forward Illuvium article 2 weeks back. They said the end of the Season 3 will need flink caps. Just double check it's there. End of Season 3. Very cryptic. But yeah, good thing is we always will need flink caps, so might as well stack up on them. I don't have a lot though. 24 big ones. Alright, I think we can finish all the dailies plus the weekly quests today. Feels good. And the app is already 20. God damn, that goes so fast. One stage 2 run, and you can evolve your units. So we don't need to use any more flink caps on them. Oh, it says at the end of the article we need them for Season 3. I read that wrong. I guess that hints at Leviathan is gonna be incentivized with Season 3. Because why would you need them otherwise? What do you need levels for? For fusing, which won't change, and for Leviathan, right? What up, what up? I'm Dim. Howdy. Fight a little bit more for experience, but then we're gonna get out of here.
Got it. Here we go.
Horacio, I forgot your Twitch name. What up? What up, what up? Man, I created the most cringe World of Warcraft movie. It's like breaking the fourth wall, where the character in-game sees me and can talk to me, and I talk to him. I'm like, yo, you're a character in a game. Like, your life isn't real. And he's like, what the fuck, man? He's like a troll. It's, I don't know, I'm cringing so hard when I watch it. I send it to my friends. If they say it's good, I'm gonna upload it. Otherwise, I don't know. I guess it was just for fun otherwise. Oh no! Again, 2 disconnects in the old world today. This usually happens. That doesn't happen a lot. Alright, fuse the flood. Fuse the app to a perfect set flood, hopefully. And do 1 stage 1 run. And then we're out of the old world. Maybe maximum 1 more hour. Nah, not even. We just need to do 12 quick fights in stage 1 and then we can leave. Then we can do all the arena daily quests. Caught a perfect stat app last night for the ones that matter. Nice. That's sick. That's worth a lot. And I think the floor price represents that. People have been sniping for that. So just resistance, health, and omega power, right? I bought 3 of them where just 1 stat is missing. So we're gonna try to fuse the perfect one after this run. The perfect flood. Nice, congrats. That's like between 10 and 20 bucks, I think. At least. I think I'll hang on for it for arena. I have a Bird and Tsunami super heal team. You just going for overtime damage? Or do you have a damage dealer in it as well? Tsunami. Does it mean you also go for Harbinger with the Mammoth? Ooh, big fight here. I think we're gonna bring all the units we haven't played much in this run. All the rogues. See if that works. Wildfire 2, alright, there's the damage. I would love to play Invoker team again. Granite, Tsunami, Harbinger, Tempest, Enchanter, Invoker. I really like that team. We played it in on the testnet. What's the max level for Illuvials? Is it 60? Does anybody know? I think from 60 to 61, somebody said it's like 1 million, so it must be more than 60. It's a bit too much, huh? 1 million points. I wonder, for Ascendant later, I want to bring my good Illuvials. So I wonder if there's a way yet to see the stats of the Illuvials, or if you have to just go into a match and then check your stats and figure it out that way. Dude, like I posted in the Discord channel, I'm kind of down to remove the auto battler from the overworld. Because this is so tedious, man. I mean, I don't mind it too much, but like just doing like 12 fights every run to get the maximum XP out of your runs feels very tedious. I would prefer to just fight. And also, we have a full game that is for auto battler lovers. So we shouldn't also bring it into the overworld, because the overworld can just be for people that don't like auto battlers so much and prefer Monster Hunter games and stuff like that. Yo, that's a bunch of chicken. I don't even want to look at the stats because I don't have the energy to capture them anyway. But that's a lot of chicken. When do you think we'll get our rewards from the recent season? I don't know, but they are subject to a 3-month vesting period. So you need to wait 3 months if you want to unlock the 100% rewards. And this 3 months already started on the 1st of September. So even though it takes longer for us to see them, if you're smart and you wait till your rewards unlock fully anyway, you're not missing out at all. Verdant, Tsunami, Wildfire, Colossus. Feels like you need Colossus for a good team. At least once you reach mid or late game. In the early game, obviously not, but late game without Colossus doesn't seem possible. At least I haven't seen much. It feels like Colossus will always be superior. We check some perfect stat floor prices on the side. I don't want to shop today, but I'm always down to just check real quick if they're how the floor price has moved and stuff like that. $10 for links. 13 bucks for Monkier. So the realistic floor price is around 20, I would say. This is pretty cheap as it's a links. Then again, links is really important also in Gauntlet. I think I might just snack that one. Monkier, I don't know. I think I want a perfect set links. Movement speed could be pretty nice on a links, to be honest. Like, it's not completely useless on a links, I feel like, as it is on rogues, for example. I think fighters could have some use case for that. Alright, that's it. I'm collecting as many stage 3 Illuvials as I can for making skins. Yeah, I hope I can burn them into skins, but right now we don't need to burn Illuvials yet for skins, even though that was the whole premise of it all the time, right? Maybe it's because right now those are like different skins. It was like some special event for Illuvium Zero, right? Some loyalty event. It's not like the actual skins that you get from playing the game at the moment. So maybe with those we have to burn Illuvials. Gonna be a tough fight here, it seems like. Probably not with my ranger though. Too strong. I can barely play because of school days. I think I'll just wait for 3 months since I can't be distracted to my studies. Yeah, you gotta have priorities. I think not failing in school should be a bigger priority than getting some airdrop points for a few bucks. You're gonna have a better ROI on good grades in the long run, I guess. Alright, maybe 1-2 more fights. But I think we can start activating the Airgun Rift. There was one on top, right? So just port up to this here and jump down. Uno. What? That's it? Oh, there's one more. Dos. Tres. That's the most annoying morpho boss. They drain your energy. Oh, shit. That was close. Alright, we actually want to get to the top. So let's start from high ground. Like here, maybe. Let's go. Doing. Doing. I missed all my shots. Things runs way too fast. Comes to zone. Nope. Alright, let's just use up our energy. Let's not be picky anymore. Saludos, practica tu español. Sí, sí, amigo. Tudo bem. No, that's Portuguese. C'est bon ça. No, that's French. Gracias, Mercury. Ya, gracias. Sí, sí. ¿Cómo está? Full house, let's get it. The last samurai in Illuvium. Wait, who? Me, because all the other content creators stopped. I don't know. Viper is making content, right? Not as much anymore, but still. Pretty frequently. Scoriox is probably still on it. I never really watched his channel much, because it's not so much gameplay. Who else we got in the English community? I think Night Chef stopped a little bit. Chimberino is out since a long time. We got a bunch of new creators, so Horacio wanna start streaming. I think Taylor streams a little bit more now. We got Super, who does a nice Twitter stuff and things like that. And a bunch of others. Yeah, I can't forget today to, when we stop the stream, to raid another Twitch channel. Give somebody else the chance. Pass the torch to somebody else. We need one more thing to harvest. There it is. The chosen dragon egg. Nice. Get out of here. Illuvium team is dead for sure. What are you talking? Illuvium team is healthy and strong, my man. Fewer people in Illuvium. Are they dying? Nah. I think right now Illuvium is not really using any of the marketing budget. They're waiting to improve the game, to polish the game, to bring it in a really good state over the next 6 to 12 months, and then they're gonna push hard with all the money that's in the treasury for marketing, for tournaments, for esports. So right now we're just not pushing for onboarding players. We're just pushing to make a better game before we go hard into marketing again. Very few people playing the game. Lots of them playing for airdrop. Yeah, we got a good core audience, but it's not huge. But compared to other Web3 games, we're doing pretty good. It looks maybe a bit rough, but I think it's pretty good, especially for an early release. And yeah, the thing that made me really hopeful for the future was just that most of our money for marketing and esports is still in the bank. So now we got time to build, and then we're gonna push hard for marketing. Maybe with the next airdrop, with the next bull run or whatever. It's a good thing they don't market. Yeah, I like that a lot. Second season didn't work. Yeah, they kind of dropped the ball on that. I agree. It was a bit uncertain. No clear answers. Exactly. Didn't work because we're still in beta. I think they expected some things. Don't work. Yeah. We're really... Like, some games release open beta, even though they're gonna stay in open beta for years and it's kind of the finished game, but we are really in open beta. Like, a lot of stuff is really still beta. There's bugs, stuff like this, there's problems. And yeah, we're The team is actively fixing them, and then we're gonna go hard again. What are we doing? 12 encounters in stage 1. And fuse the flood. Alright guys, let's try to get a perfect stat flood. If you didn't know, a flood can't walk, it cannot attack. So movement speed, attack damage, and attack speed are completely useless on a flood. That means I just needed to buy... Wait, where is it? Tier 4. That means I just needed to buy health, resistance, and omega power. So I bought 3 floods that all miss one of these stats. So here we got one that misses omega power. Here we got one that misses health. And here we got one that... Wait. Here we got one that also misses health. So all of them miss only one stat for a perfect Illuvial. So we got a 30% chance to hit the perfect flood right here. Look at that bad boy. Absolutely adorable. He's... I don't know. He looks a bit pregnant. He's a big belly, dude. You know those guys in the... when you go to the lake or something, or... You know those men with... They have a normal, completely normal body, and they have the most... Like, kind of like this, even bigger. Like the biggest beer belly you could imagine. That's what he looks like a little bit. Alright, good luck everybody. Have fun in there. Have fun fusing together. Let's see if we can repeat what we did yesterday with the monk here. Now with the gorilla. We got a perfect stat. Rate the gorilla. There he is. Oh, wow, wow. Now we didn't get health. Only omega power and resistance. Well, 30% is 30%, right? But good thing is we finished Fuse a Tier 4 Illuvial weekly challenge, 14,000 points. That is nice. We're not gonna fuse the water gems. We're gonna do the 12 encounters in stage 1, hopefully giving us a decent amount of experience. But this weekly anyway, we don't need to stress on that. Can shoot down some morphopods, and then we're gonna be out of there. Capture some tier 1 Illuvials while we do the 12 encounters. And then we probably gonna watch some Illuvium videos, the Kieran interview, some Viper videos, I think, and then we're gonna do some Ascendant Arena and daily quests in the arena. That's the plan, that's all. Tier 1 Illuvials. Which ones do I want? We could get a few more Atlas. We need one more Atlas. If we fuse those Axon together, they all have shitty stats, so we can fuse those 3 together. And then we can fuse the 3 Atlas. And we still need one more. We don't need more Caradulos. We don't need more Chukos. No more monkeys, I think. Maybe some Apons. With a bunch of exalted gorillas. Look at that gyro. Absolute beauty. And he's level 50. Love to see that. Only got one Raylu. That to be. I'm still missing a C4s. We could check which stage 3 tier 1s I'm still missing. So we don't have a C4s. We have an Archelion. We don't have an Axodon. So water, earth. Got all the monkeys. I think that's the only ones I'm missing. Axodon and C4s. It's either Abyssal Basin or Crimson Waste. Dun. Let's go Crimson. Check the Illuvials. Almost missed one spot here. Is the links already in here that we bought earlier? Yo, I have only one Lynx or what? 2 Lynxes. Perfect set Lynx. Gotta get to level this guy. And yeah, those are all perfect. We don't need Omega Power or attack damage on the Caradulo. This one is perfect. This one is obviously perfect. 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 Close enough. Close enough, I think. Perfect. I mean, close enough again. And perfect. Let's level those bad boys. It didn't work because we're still in beta. I think... old message. Real Slim Shady, what's up? I just hope they're gonna make the PvE aspect of the game like killing big bosses or something. Yeah. I hope as well that we at one point have like a raid where you gather like 20 people in Illuvium and you go kill a Leviathan together. That would be so cool. Maybe that goes too much into MMO though, and maybe one day we'll have a Illuvium MMO where it's all gonna be about dungeons and raids and stuff like that. Or something like Dungeon Crawler, like a Diablo. I think it's not so hard to develop compared to MMO. Gotta go. See you later, Surfer Dude. Don't risk it. It won't come out as you expect. I wasted a Choton that had 66% of full Omega. Well, I knew what I was getting into, right? I had a 30% chance at a perfect flood. And I didn't hit it. Like, I will hit it 1 out of 3 times on average. But the apps themselves are not worth that much, so I'm down to risk it. I wouldn't risk it if I had like 2 perfect apps and fuse it with 1 almost perfect app. Like, I would, if it doesn't work out, I destroy 2 perfect apps, so that wouldn't be worth it. How many people play daily? I think no more than 300 people. No, way more than that. I think we got 10,000 or something like that. Maybe 5,000. We got a few thousand. That's all I know. That's all I'm sure of. I play daily and I'm about rank 2,300. What genre is the overworld supposed to be? I guess Monster Hunter. Open world creature collector. Whatever Pokemon Arceus is. I think it's pretty much Pokemon Arceus. I have great Illuvials to sell for you. You do? It's always the same, right? If you want to go below a floor price, I'm happy to discuss it. If you want to go at floor price, we'll see how I like the floor price. And if you want to sell over floor price, it's not happening. So anytime you guys really want to get rid of stuff, you need some money, you want to sell Illuvials lower than floor price, come to me and I will most likely buy them. But otherwise, we have to have a little talk. Classification of the lands does not show more than 200 people in each land. Wait, what? 200 people in each land? You mean these regions that we hear? Because we do have land, that's another game, that's the mobile game, right? I'm not sure about your math there, Mercury. Alright, 12 fights. That's all we need. Shoot down some Illuvials while we do that. And C4s would be cool.
Gotcha. Let's get started.
I think it's more efficient to transform Overworld into an RPG, or to create a new RPG game. I think it's most efficient to not transform Overworld, just let it be what it is. I think it's a gamified card opener, right? I think it does that job perfectly. I know people want to see MMO elements like multiplayer and stuff like that, and maybe some elements come, but I think for what it's supposed to do, like just getting your cards, your units, your assets, your monsters to play with, get them in a cool way instead of just buying a pack and opening it. Instead you have this overworld run. I think it achieves that very well. But yeah, stuff like skill tree, I can see that happen. I would like to, for example, skill my ranger into rock shooting, so maybe I can reach a threshold in the skill tree where then I can pierce rocks, I can shoot 2 rocks, or I can increase the range of my weapon, stuff like this. But I guess that's a nice to have, but not like a needed. Like you don't really need that for the good experience, right? It would just be like a tiny cherry on top. I have TNT to 90%, Great Among here to 90, Chukundi to 90. What are the 10% missing? Yeah, it doesn't matter. Are you willing to go below floor price, Wesley? Or at least at floor price, or a little bit below? You were looking at Barmamilia the other day. I can do $7 for you, if interested. I think it's lower than the floor. Let me check. Let me check. Vermilia. We want 4 perfect trades. Movement speed shouldn't be perfect. That's how I look for it, right? There's yours. Yeah, you are at the floor. It's missing 10% on Omega Power. What about $6? $6 and we have a deal. If Overworld is just a card opener, should be made to get what you want faster. Makes no sense investing so much time in card opening. Well, you can get it faster and cheaper. You just buy it off the marketplace. Like if you know what you want, you just go to the marketplace and buy it. Chukundi missing 10% Omega. Yeah, for stage 3, I think I don't want like sub-perfect ones. For stage 3, I would like to really go for perfect ones. Okay, send offer. Right. I hope it works. Your offer. There you go. Wait, am I paying $6.30 now, or am I paying $6 and you get $5.70? It says plus, right? So that's on top of that. There you go. Wesley, I think you can send the Illuvidex offers in here. Oh wait, let me check. TNT, Greater Monkey, Chukundi. Write it with TNT. Your TNT is this one, I guess. This isn't mine. You opened another one. Wait, what? That's the link you sent me, no? Oh, that's yours. But that one is $7. That's better than yours. So yours is not worth $6. This one is just missing 10 Omega power for $7.50. I would buy this for $6, but yours, I don't know. Yours is more for fusing, huh? I'm not sure if I'm ready to bargain today. I don't know. I'll send you an offer, $5. That's all I can do for now. I think the buyer pays the fees. Yeah, makes sense. I think it was on top of it. There's no way to send you the link. Yeah, it's weird. I think on Twitter you can send it, but not on YouTube. I have to revisit the mod rules. But I can find it, right? You say it's 290%. So it must be this one, no? Polaris. Yeah, that's yours. I mean, that one is almost better, huh? This has full Omega power, just missing attack damage, which doesn't really matter. The background noise is so bad. Dang. I forgot that I keep forgetting that you can actually send offers. I sent you a $10 off. In line with the other one. That I think is actually better than yours. So yeah. Alright. Enough with this. Capture? No. I think I checked the stats, they weren't really good. can go into your Illuvidex. Then I can filter by lowest price, I guess. No, wait, then I see a bunch of ingots, right? Yeah, no. Highest price. Are you talking about the Greater Monk here? 27 bucks. What's with the add-on? You should be able to see the stats, no? Hello? The monk here. That's yours here. I think missing 20% resistance is better than missing 10% attack speed on the Greater Monk here. So I think this one is better than yours. And it's 14 bucks. And I don't even know, like 10 bucks for this one is not really worth it. I don't know, I can send you some offers, what I think, what I would pay for it. And then you can see if you would like to do that. And that's it. Let's play again. We got things to do. I need to fight 12 Illuvials in here for the daily quest. Capture 2 more tier 1 Illuvials. Then we're gonna watch some Kieran interview, Viper video. Then we play some Ascended Arena for the quest and for some fun. That's it. Then we're out. Tight schedule. I'm running down the wrong corridor. Pretty much, but we are in the red again here. Blink up. Got him. Blink up. Ooh, Holo TNT. Almost the C4 we're looking for. We'll take it though.
Got ya.
Gotcha. Just need some more morphopods. Right. Yo, I gotta run to the toilet. Be right back. Let's see the stats. Let's see this. Fuck it, we'll take it. It's a holo stage 2.
Your download is complete.
How do you determine how rare an Illuvitor is? Illuvitar only by its power? Well, the tier? Yeah, I think Illuvium Master has a good... Brink 2, thanks for the follow. Why don't I hear a sound on the alert? Yeah, I think power is a good indicator. And when you log into Illuvium Master, they have a good way to give you a number, like a rarity number for it. And estimated price and stuff like that. 50%, good enough. Look for the Chukundi. I'm not looking for stage 3 so much right now. Because usually I will use my failed fuses for stage 2 perfect stats to try to get a perfect stat stage 3. So I'm not really looking to buy them. $100 for missing Omega power. I think that's too much. Gotta check Streamlabs. Check why the alerts are not working. There it is. Should work. All right, back on track. 12 fights. 2-ton Morphos. Went to Illuvium Master, but it doesn't show any details on my Illuvitals. Only the tiers and waves. When you log in and look at your assets, sure. I haven't been to that page for some time. By the way, guys, a little reminder, if you go to account settings, there's a tab called Referral Code. If you want to support my content creation, PAZ is my referral code. Thank you very much. And you have to re-enter it every 30 days. Make sure it's up to date. Just show my stuff. Hey. What a bad boy this one is. Pretty good ray. I think we're gonna capture it. Looking for a TNT or Tatapi with good stats? Not really. Only like perfect sets. Like everything maxed out except movement speed. Or missing one of them. 4 out of 6 maxed. Right. Shit, which one was the ray? I don't remember. Wait, I can watch back on YouTube, right? That's a good thing about YouTube streams. That one. Level 3. Enjoy TNT. Thanks, man. Pleasure doing business. Got him. Think about whether I accept Monkey's offer there. Pretty decent ray here. Can't complain. Writing is too small, yes indeed. I wonder that now people know it's more about stats. We're gonna get more good stat Illuvials. Because they're gonna look out for that more and only capture what has good stats. So maybe floor price might be going down even though the demand is going up. Once we incentivize Leviathan stuff. Alright, 10 more fights. Sorry. Check the stats. Nope. Nope. Almost. Good fusing material. You could capture the monk here. I want to see the perfect links in action. Holy shit. Ooh. Sorry. All the earth guys are gonna go hyperactive. Bit scary. Check the links damage though. The links damage though. Look this Tatopy. No man. Thank you though. If I wanna buy some for fusing, I would need at least 4 of them to be maxed out. But we only have 3 maxed out. And 2 of them not perfect. I need to craft some more tier 1 shards. But it's a good Tatopy. I'm sure you can sell it or like get some value back. I almost lost the 260% rota because it had the same level as another. I had to get them both. Yeah, that's the way. That is the way. Yeah, if you get unlucky with that, it sucks. Holo Cling, yes sir. Teleport beacon.
Here we go.
Good afternoon, Wiggins. How we doing today? What's up? The holos today have really bad stats. Ooh. That up one is almost kind of worth it, no? $40, $30. Let's try like this. Easy fight. Links damage though. I'm really happy we have a perfect set links actually. Need to level this bad boy. Have a good Tatopy. That is good. That is indeed good. There's a bunch of decent ones for fusing. $34 is too much for me though. I don't know what I would have want to spend on that. I'll make you an offer that you can refuse. Alright, we got the cling. Let's get the really good up on. And we kind of gotta stop catching Illuvials, because you're running out of energy. We have enough energy for one more capture though, even if we get that one. Shit, no more stage 1 shards. It wasn't that good. Kinda was though. Shit, maybe I should have captured it with a tier 2 shard. Have a decent ray. That is decent. That is decent. I'm gonna send you a $15 offer. Take it or leave it. Alright, after this fight, we're halfway there. Halfway into leaving Overworld for today. Zero stats. Yikes. Deal. Pleasure making business. Maybe it was a bit too much, but whatever. At least it goes to the viewers. At least all the money spent goes back to the community. Feels kind of good.
Here we go.
All right, to save integrity, we're just gonna use our big weapons and then one Illuvial, I think. That's it. Let's see if that's gonna work out. I mean, we just need 2 casts on the Ranger. Plus Enchant is really good. Perfect stats, Pupulus. Accepted the Ray. Congrats. Listed an almost perfect lesson monk here for $7 if you need one. Don't really need one, but I'm always lurking for good Illuvials. Where is it though? I don't see it. For attack, for resistance. That one. Oh no. I don't know, man. I'll give you a pass discount. Too kind. Where are we? Like there's one for $5 with 10% attack speed missing, which is equal, if not better than 10% attack damage and resistance missing. So going off this. Shit, I bought this Ray for more than this TNT. I kind of screwed up there. Sonic, I paid you too much for your Ray, I think. But it's okay. I mean, it's really not that good, I think. That's it, that's all. I bought too much already today for saying I didn't want to buy, so the offers are getting lower and lower. I think it's still fair, but yeah. Big rock. That's perfect. Next to the Airgun Rift and to the teleport beacon. Rate the monk here, sure.
Gotcha. Here we go.
Do 5, I'm gonna give it to you. Ask me another day, man. I'm kind of done buying, I think. We bought too much today already. Down to 900. Started with 1,100. Not today, but since I've been shopping on this homepage. Yeah, I'm not looking really for monkeys at the moment. I think there's so many monkeys. The message has been held for review by Automod. What did you do? As a thank you for streaming from the community, I'll accept your offer. Don't formulate it that way. If you're happy to get that money for it, take it. If not, don't take it. It's not like I really need that. Like it's more like you want to get rid of it, so I'm gonna give you something that I'm happy to take. But if you're not happy to take it, please don't take it. Don't make me feel bad. We're all bad stats, right? And we don't have a tier 1 shard anymore. Nah, I'm good, but a genuine thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, Dexter. I withdraw 500 today, left 50 bucks to keep going. As a free-to-play, I'm pretty happy with my results. Hell yeah. Horacio, that's huge, man. You're actually making money out here. Just a thank you discount. I appreciate it, Dexter. Paz doesn't want to spend money, but everybody's giving him the best offers. I mean, I don't know if, you know, if the floor prices go up or down. I think I'm definitely getting good deals here, but yeah, it's still very risky. And I'm kind of done taking risks for today. So yeah, if you don't have like crazy cheap offers just because you want to get rid of the stuff, I think we're kind of done for today. In any other case. But yeah, I still appreciate it, guys. Like, I know you're happy to get money, but I'm also happy to get a good deal. I think so far we have done a lot of win-wins here with our shopping sprees. Alright, can those two do it again? Range of damage, just insanity. Yo, yo! What's up, Reem? What's up, what's up? Alrighty, 3 more fights, and we have our dailies done. Also our weeklies, pretty much, except for experience that we're gonna get in the next few days.
Let's get started.
Nothing much, busy work day. Glad to see you. Glad to see you too, Reem. Hope work is going good, even though it's busy. Heard arena ladders might be around the corner. Excited about that. Yeah, I think good times are coming with PvP from what we've been hearing, from what the team has been hinting at. That's why I spent a lot of money again today to buy perfect stat Illuvials, and the problem is I have to spend a lot of time leveling them all up. So all of those, that's all my precious ones, my precious perfecties. And they're all pretty much meta. I don't have a lot stage 2 perfect yet, except the Cuculus and the Gorilla. I'm still missing a Chukorl, a Revo, a T-Raw. Paradulo is pretty perfect. We don't need Omega Power or attack damage. And I found the perfect way to do as many fights as possible. Just give your ranger the biggest weapon and armor, and then help him with 1 unit. That's all you gotta do. $4.7 bonus on fuel at the moment. Which fuel? That's crazy.
Your download is complete.
Maybe I should restack a little bit. But it might go even lower, right? The sentiment right now is not that good. More land is getting deployed. Less people are buying fuel, I think. On Krypton. Yeah, that's crazy. Duff earlier said he bought Krypton for 3x this morning. So it went up 50% again since morning. Efekaradulu 280%. I have this Caradulu I would count perfect. It has resistance, health, and attack speed. I think that's the only 3 that matters. Since his Omega doesn't get buffed by Omega power. And attack damage, I don't care on him. Chukor, hello. We still got enough energy to capture him if he has good stats. I would love a perfect stat Chukor right here. Come on, RNGesus, do us good. I just bought 1,000 and got 4,700 extra. That's insane. Wait, then it's a 5.7x, right? Is that how you calculate it? Because 1,000 times 5 is 5,000. And you get over 5,000. That's not how you calculate it, right? Missing 10% Omega, 10% resistance. Yeah, I think mine is better with full resistance, even though it has less Omega power. It's all about the free stats, I think, for Cardodulu. Omega power doesn't matter at all. 0. Check stats. Thank you. Roll. That would be good if it was a Cardodulu. But for a Chukol, it's not even really fusing material. Just 2. That one is decent. Bad attack speed though, nah. Nay. What do you want to level? I really want to get that Lynx up to speed. $5.7 total, but the bonus is 4.7. True. Yeah, you're making a 5.7x. But you're getting a 4.7x bonus. Sorry, I'm late. Do you need some Illuvios to buy? All good, Adi. I bought a lot already, so I'm not really super looking to buy today anymore. But yeah, if you have some stuff that you want to just get rid of, you're willing to go below floor price, I'm open for discussion. You can always send them. In Twitch, you can actually send links. YouTube is blocking the links, so you can send the Illuvidex links in Twitch if you want. Any more fights? One more fight. Nice. We got there. Gotcha. And then 20k more experience for the weekly experience quest. Gonna finish that tomorrow. Yeah, so Adi, basically what I'm looking for is near perfect stat Illuvials for a decent price. Which ones are you looking for specifically? I think I have some more listed I could do on the floor. Nothing really specifically. I mean, the ones I have, I'm not looking so much anymore, but I can always buy some more to like flip it later. But yeah, those here I kind of have covered already, plus TNT, plus flare, I guess. That's... Oop. So correct me if I'm wrong, but our ranger doesn't take experience. So if we just use one Illuvial, we're gonna keep the most integrity and still get 100% of the experience, but just on one Illuvial. Buff my Chukol a little bit more. Escape. I guess what I'm looking for most right now is stage 2s, like Chukol, Revo, or fusing materials in stage 1 to get stage 2s. I haven't looked today actually, but I still want a perfect Revo. So what I'm looking for is rotas with 4 out of 5. Wait, no. Yeah, 4 out of 5 perfect. One of them being exactly $3. I think I'm gonna get that one. So stage 1 Illuvials that have 4 perfect ones. And then 2 not perfect ones, and one of the not perfect ones being movement speed. That's the fusing material I look for. And around $4 I think is an okay price, especially for a rota. Pretty steep floor price. Next one is 10. Very thin. I have another lesser monk here, 260. Maybe just tell me which ones are not perfect. I think that's the info I need. 260, like, it's hard to say what it really is. Alright, daily quest completed. We could stay in here forever with our tactic to only use one Illuvial at a time. We could do like probably 50 fights. But we don't even have to log out. We could just can save a little bit of energy for tomorrow and go straight into arena. But first I would like to watch the Kieran interview and one Viper video at least. That's kind of what has been on my list for a while, and today I want to do it. Shit health and attack speed for 60 cents. Nah. Nah, I cannot use it for fusing. I cannot use it like this, so no. The lowest I go on a Revo is, like I said, movement speed bad and one other stat bad. The other 4 have to be perfect. But then I can use it to try to fuse a perfect gyro. I mean, if it's below the general floor price of a Revo, then I would be down, but otherwise, no. My floor price of Revo is 4 cents. Oh yeah, it's crazy. That is crazy. Maybe I should just finish the run now, because I'm gonna get all confused with. Didn't even check half of the map. Let me just get out of here. I guess I should jet the monkey. Where is it? You can run, you can hide, but you won't succeed. Did I get all the morphopods I needed? Nope. I buy your Revo. There you go. The way you wrote it, Dex, is a bit weird. Perfect damage, Omega, attack, speed, shit health, and attack speed. So what? Is it perfect attack speed or shit attack speed? I'm like, wait, he's buying it? Maybe I should have bought it. No, you have it, dude. I bought enough today.
Shall not be defeated.
It sounds like an interesting atlas. How do we look for that? Movement speed not perfect. Attack damage not perfect. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 left, and we need 3 of them to be. I think it's this one. Alright. I'll take it. Good fusing material. And I'll make an offer for this one. I would buy it for 55 cents, but then Dexter would feel bad that he sold me his, which is similar, for 25. Let's make an offer. 0.0002 1 bro, buy it. I don't care. It's fine. Not selling to make profit. Not looking to make profit on selling Illuvials. Just want more fuel. Yeah, I would just be happy to, you know, declutter my Illuvidex and not have so many copies of Illuvials sitting there that I'm never gonna use and never gonna sell. I wish we're gonna get some... I wish we're gonna have some way to burn them. I just don't like the feeling of having 20 Atlas that I'm never gonna look at again. I went completely wrong. How's my fuel looking anyway? 16,000, 14,000. I could stack up a bit on Krypton and Hyperion, I guess. Dollar cost average, some fuel. Like 15k. Shit, that's $100. No, that's too much. 3k? 20 bucks? Plus 10k. All right. How much are we getting here? Also plus 10k. 27, 30, 30. All right, we're back on 30k for all of them. Didn't use much Solon lately. They keep going in here. I think go over here and then we should be in the corridor we're looking for. Or not. Alright, Airgun Rifts are activated. Let's finish this off fast and clean. I think we're gonna find some rifts in here maybe. Maybe not. Weird. It's probably out there usually then. Yeah. Oh no. Those. There. Yep. Why did the Phantom Bounty Hunt stop? Because Illuvium is not sponsoring them anymore at the moment. I hope they come back in the future. You can always tag Rich and let him know that you missed them and why they're not there. They got a new esport manager and yeah. Right now community tournaments are not getting sponsored, so yeah, we don't have the treasury to do them or like to sponsor them ourselves. I thought we could do like you know, a tiny event in just in the Phantom Discord where we give away, I don't know, 5 discs, something like this. Just like a few bucks. Just to basically, you know, hang out, have a good time together. Not really for the money. But yeah, it's sad. Very sad, very sad. I think a big reason was the whole drama that happened with Hyperion and Phantom. I think, yeah. We're not without blame, but I think they went really crazy on, like, feeling very personally attacked from the criticism that Viper and I gave them for the tournaments, and then they, you know, they were screaming murder everywhere, just full victim role, full lashing out against Viper and me, like attacking our characters, even though we just, you know, gave them a few criticism for the tournament format. Yeah, I think all that drama was a little bit too much. But we definitely also had our point in it, our fault in it, so... But I don't think that's the main reason. I think it was... I think they would have stopped anyway, and they want to focus now on more, like, tournaments hosted by them, not so much by the community. %, move, health, attack speed, 50 resist, Omega Bar, Gorilla. I'm good on that. We got the perfect Gorilla and the perfect Great Gorilla. Okay, gotta be fast here. Went the wrong corridor. Got a bunch of energy to spend. It's not this one, right? This is the hole. Is it here? Yeah, this looks good. Alright, got him. How close are we to the 3 flouts? Still 1 out of 3. Alright. Screw the Morphobot, I guess. Alright, daily quests done in the overworld. Took me 2 hours. Pretty good. Archie, no thanks as well. Attack speed, Omega, resistance, 20 damage, and health. Nah. That's what I'll mention. I'm tired. No worries. You can always also switch over to Twitch where you can send Illuvidex links, right? Then it's, I guess, a bit easier. Just bought Hyperion with 500% bonus. Wait, what? Why did I only get 300%? What is happening? I bought 3,000 and I got 10,000 extra, or 9,000 extra. I just got a free X. Maybe I shouldn't have bought so many then. Alright. Next on the list. Kieran AMA. Is it just audio? Then we probably should play some arena on the side or something. This is an interesting idea. I like. Wait, I'll just replay it instead of saying it. I like the idea of a shiny charm. If you find all Illuvials, or if you own them all, or if you capture them all, whatever the premise is, you can get a special NFT, and it's like a shiny charm in Pokemon, where you increase your chances of finding a Dark Holo, for example, by a super small amount, but it would feel pretty cool. Shit, he's posting a lot, eh? So what's inside these eggs? I'm curious now. Is the whole point that they don't let us know? Ah, what? Tamagotchi? Fuck that teasing. Alright, where's the thing with Kieran? Yo, I'll never find it. Anybody got the link? Antonio, howdy, howdy. I think we should do some Phantom exclusive events to encourage people joining the guild. Yeah, 100%. I mean, we are pretty big already, right? We got like 800 members or something. Like, we don't need to like waste our resources too much for marketing anymore, I think. I think we're well known in the community. But mainly the motivation behind this would be for team building, right? To connect the Phantom members together to feel more like a guild and more, you know, like a family. So we should do like gaming nights. And gaming nights, I don't know, it's a bit boring to me. So it would just be, you know, maybe 3 Illuvitar discs are given away to the winners or whatever. And we just play Gauntlet. Just a reason to come together. There it is. Thank you, Kieran. It was way easier. This guy is not posting so much. 1 hour. God damn, I didn't think it was 1 hour. But I want to watch it, so... Maybe we should watch it tomorrow. I thought this would be like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I also want to watch the Viper. Viper YouTube video. Let's watch it together. Yeah, definitely want to watch it together. I'm just thinking if it's maybe better tomorrow since we're already in a 2.5 hour stream. And we watched the Viper video today, and then the interview, we can watch it tomorrow. So we don't like watch both back to back, and it's like 1.5 hours of watching. His thumbnails from Cream are so next level. Yeah, his views are going down too. Essentially, Illuvium Insights, new milestones and airdrop tips. Nope. This one, revamping Illuvium Arena. Viper's vision for the ideal 1 versus 1 PvP. That one interests me a lot. Let's start with this and then we see if we still have energy for the 1 hour interview. Otherwise, we're gonna watch it tomorrow. But first, I need to do the essentials. Fill up water, empty water out of my bladder. Check on my little rotor in the backyard. Really curious what Viper has to say, because he has been in this his whole life, right? But yeah, I'll do a full intro later. Why I think this is so interesting. Alright, be right back. 3 minutes. Don't leave.
Try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing. Won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless.
All right. I got my snacks, got everything. Let's do this. We're gonna watch a video from Viper right here, revamping Illuvium Arena. Viper's vision to the ideal 1v1 PvP, because Ascendant Arena is not perfect. We're creating a whole new genre with this, right? We have done a pretty good job of creating a completely new game, and it does need a little bit of rework to be at the point where it is, where it should be. And I'm really curious what Viper has to say about this.
Hey guys, Wallop Viper here, and we've been talking very thoroughly about Illuvium Overworld.
Wait. This is too silent. This is too silent.
Hey guys, Wallop Viper here.
That works, I guess. Alright, let's see how Viper would revamp the Ascended 1v1 mode in Illuvium. Make it better, make it good, make it perfect.
Yeah, and we've been talking very thoroughly about Illuvium Overworld, which I think is the most polished out of all the Illuvium games at the moment. Today I want to talk a little bit more about the PvP games, especially the Ascendant Arena. Gauntlet is going to follow in a separate video, so I'll give some thoughts, some feedback, and some fundamental changes that I think have to happen to Ascendant Arena, because the game mode is this mix of 1v1 card game and a battle royale, auto battler kind of thing, and I think this first iteration isn't working. So why do I think that this first iteration just fundamentally has some flaws that really need to be addressed? Because TLDR, I think it is leaning a lot harder towards the auto battler side. That only works because some of the things are just battle royale setting. And there's a lot of other aspects to it. I'll explain a little bit about, I mean, TFT is pretty much the monopoly auto battler game at the moment. I'll explain a little bit about that and why that game is so good and why that game is catching the masses, essentially. And I think you cannot replicate all of the things that catch the masses in the setup that TFT is having in a 1v1 game. So that's just...
Yeah, because basically we have Gauntlet, right? Because we accepted the fact that TFT is really good as it is, so we should just try to copy it and make it better and put our own twist on it in Gauntlet. And Ascendant Arena is trying to bring the TFT elements in it with the card game elements of deck building and all of this stuff, 1v1 and stuff.
Just quickly go back on what is a 1v1 card game, how does it work? I don't know how gaming savvy everybody who's watching is, right? So 1v1 card game, a trading card game, usually both players build a deck of cards and then they go into a game. You toss a coin or something, decide who starts the game, and then like a mana-based card game is the most simple one, which means you get like 1 energy per turn, and the cards cost energy, and then, I don't know, turn 1 you can play a 1-cost card, turn 2 a 2-cost card, like very simplified. So you have the elements of the randomness from drawing cards, right? And those kind of change the game, and you obviously usually have some kind of restrictions on who can play what cards, and then there's a lot of different decks in the game, and that gives you replayability because you don't draw the same cards every game, your opponent doesn't draw the same cards every game, and you don't play the same deck every game, your opponent doesn't play the same deck every game. Now, the auto battler genre uses a really big shared deck of cards that everybody essentially draws from, that is, so to say, in the middle of the table, and the standard auto battler setup is something like you see 5 cards and you have an amount of currency and you can buy cards and you can then play them as creatures, they get summoned, and then once a round starts, it's not like in the card game where you can pick, okay, this attacks here, this attacks here. No, they just go and fight like autonomously, right? That's why it says auto battler. Now, how's their replayability? Well, because again, you essentially have this card draw RNG, you don't see the same things every single game. But the big difference is you don't go into the game with like, okay, this is my deck, this is my strategy. No, you have to adapt a lot more to the circumstances and to what is happening in the game. And outside of drawing cards in the game, there's a tremendous extra amount of things that happen that impact your decisions in the game. That's why I think that TFT has been developing that really well over the last 5 years, is probably the best strategy game in the world at this point. Let's quickly go over because card games, like everybody kind of knows card games, right? But not everybody knows TFT, so let's quickly go over the just like interesting elements of that game. Basically, you have units, right? And similar how you know in Illuvium, the units, they have abilities, and they have traits. The traits are a bit more simple than in Illuvium, but it's very, very similar. The abilities are also a lot more simple than in Illuvium, to be honest, and there's no rogue class. They used to have that, but they have removed that because it was just really unhealthy for the game, so to say. I also think that rogues are really unhealthy for Illuvium as a whole. They are super unhealthy for the game because rogues essentially diminish the agency that players have in the game, because it makes it very, very coin flippy. It's very much, are you on the right side? Are you on the right positioning? Yes or no? And there's no in between. There's no like nuances or skill or anything. It's usually just very, very
That's why we see rogues are dominating Gauntlet, right? And also to some extent Ascendant Arena.
polarizing, and it's really hard to like manage the game, and that's why TFT most likely removed them, and TFT moved on this auto battler combat side to something that is very like front to back, how you would know from like playing a MOBA game or something like that, where you have the tanks in the front line, and then you have like some melee damage dealers or semi-low range damage dealers behind that usually have like some sort of like healing or defensive mechanisms as well, like not really glass cannon. And then in the backline you have like the standard like ranged damage dealers or utility characters, which is a big difference to Illuvium and Illuvium's fundamental setup, because Illuvium is a lot more like glass cannon melee damage dealers, or rogues and a lot of like backline access, and there's no safe positioning in Illuvium or anything like that. It's very rarely a front to back fight. So that makes a lot of things in Illuvium, just the way that the units and the fights and the traits are set up, a lot more polarizing compared to in TFT, which in TFT makes a lot of these small nuance things, just doing the fundamentals of the game right, a lot more impactful than these hyper polarizing, easy to see things. Like, it's very easy to see, do I play left or right or middle? Do I put this in the front, in the middle, or in the back? Very, very, every silver elo player can see that. It's a lot harder to see, okay, I have these 100 other things that I have to keep in mind and pay attention to and make decisions throughout the game. I have to make all of them correct. And that is the crazy part about TFT, where you have these hundreds of decisions throughout the game, and they all impact what you do. And there's no crazy polarizing thing like in the Illuvium, especially 1v1, that just outdoes all of those. Like in the Illuvium Arena, that's the fundamental flaw that I want to get at. Just choosing the right side, or because of hyper, choosing just the right element of units, will outperform all the other small decisions made. It is just super, super polarizing on that end. Part of it is just rogues existing. Part of it is obviously the abilities being a lot more like crazy in terms of what they do. A lot of backline access, a lot of sniping units and such doesn't really exist in TFT. I don't necessarily think that that is a bad thing. I think rogues are a bad thing. They shouldn't exist. They are super polarizing, and you should kind of try to fix this left or right hyper polarizing thing in the Ascendant Arena as well. Part of that is the setup where you both play your turn at the same time, and you have these like a lot of mastery points per turn. Like the other parts of...
Well, I agree that rogues are not ideal, and that's why TFT went away from them. But how do you fix that? You cannot really remove rogues anymore, right? How would you fix that? That's an interesting question I would like answered.
TFT probably make it more into a gauntlet focused video, but I want to quickly go over that just so you guys have more of an idea why this is like so different and why the Battle Royale setting is a lot different to the 1v1 setting. I've pretty much alluded to the main criticism or that I have for Ascendant Arena. We'll go over some more of the just information here, and then I'll give some ideas on how I think you can fix that. So right, like there's the units. The units have very similar setup like in Illuvium. Then you have traits, very, very similar, basic kind of things, right? The composites in Illuvium probably...
Phobos is saying here, increase the rogues necessary for the synergy, make them less desirable. Well, that's just nerfing rogues, but that's not really addressing the core issue of them jumping the backline is kind of overpowered and makes it very black and white, very coin flippy, I think.
A bit more powerful, I would say, or a bit more interesting, a bit more different than like the standard traits here, because standard traits here are something like dragon attacks and abilities, they burn and wound enemies. Gives you health and gives you an item that gives damage amp, right? What is this? You gain like a NPC unit that helps you fight. You gain some ability power, and so on and so on. It's like very simplistic traits, very simplistic unit setup. TFT puts a lot more emphasis on all the following things. While Illuvium puts a lot more emphasis on having those things be unique and interesting and impactful, which I don't think is a bad thing. I think that's a really, really good thing. But you cannot copy like the TFT fundamentals if you also have these more different unique abilities, because then you want to put emphasis on just different parts of the game, right? Big difference in TFT compared to Illuvium. This is more on the Gauntlet side of things, right? One of the main things I want to see changed in Gauntlet. I don't think this applies a whole lot to Ascendant Arena, but in TFT you essentially have small item components that give like small stat bonuses, and if you put two of them together, you get a really, really powerful item. Maybe even Ascendant Arena, because we see these armor, I call them armories because that's what you use in TFT, but when you have these choices of 3 augments appear and you can pick one, and then you can give that to an Illuvium as an item, right? Maybe you should be getting these component-like things as well, and then you have the option of making the more powerful ones. So you have a bit more agency on what to do, because right now, essentially, or any kind of case in the future, you can probably just see the completed augment in Illuvium, right? And if the thing gives it to you and all your choices are bad, that's really bad. But if it gives you these small ones, then you have more decision making in the game, because then you have a couple, like you have 4 of these items, right? There's a bunch of combinations that you can go for. You just get 2 completed items. Well, you got 2 completed items, that's it, right? And those small things, they really matter, where you want to give the players more input, more chances to make the right, more chances to make the wrong decision. That's the second super big criticism that I have on Ascendant Arena, that players don't have enough room to make mistakes. It is very, very straightforward in the sense of you tell somebody, okay, you play these units every turn, and you want to maybe side swap with this. Or if your opponent plays water, then you swap this out for air or something like that. Very, very simplistic, very little room for mistakes, and very polarizing decision making. If you give people these item components, for example, instead of the completed items, then, well, now somebody has to on the spot think, okay, do I make item A, B, or C? And they can make a mistake there, right? That is what essentially separates the top players from the non-top players. Then the augments in TFT are essentially comparable to like the legendary augment selection in Illuvium, basically, but there's no betting versus each other because it's 8 players. You just get something that you can select from and you pick, and that's cool. Legendary augment betting is another thing that has to go. It's a horrendously bad mechanic because it is always polarizing. It is always just favoring one player, and it is really unfun, I think. Like so many games, you just...
Yeah, that's true. There is too much RNG. If you get a good legendary augment, you just insta-win. If you don't, you insta-lose. You should have that with decision-making, right? If I make a mistake, I maybe insta-lose, but not by just RNG, by getting the right or wrong augment.
Win or lose because your opponent gets favored from legendary augment bets, and the best thing that you can hope for is if you bet the same as your opponent and nothing happens, and anything else is bad for you because your opponent just has more good options than you have, or you have a bunch of useless options and you still have to bet on them so your opponent doesn't get them, and so on and so on. Legendary augment betting, I mean, an interesting idea. I don't think there's a version of it that works out on a high level of the game, essentially. Just let both players choose something really strong, like whatever. And then the portals thing, that is in TFT. Essentially, at the beginning of the game, one of these effects happens and it impacts every single player, right? Like every single player here starts with a random with 3 random 1-cost champions. Or you start with 1 random 3-cost, or you get more items, or like this costs 50% less if you want to buy it in the game, like throughout the entire game and so on. Those give a lot more replayability to the game because the same as the augments, it's not the same every game. You're not going for the same thing every game, and it makes different play styles, different teams to play stronger or weaker. So it gives a lot of replayability to the game. Then this thing here is called charms. On TFT, they usually go by like a 3-month set, so they say, and then there's like one mechanic that just exists in that set. Like just another something that changes the game for like 3 months, and if it's a really, really good thing, like augments and portals have started like that, they just keep it. And if it's maybe not so great, or people didn't like it that much, or it's not compatible with the next thing, then it just goes away, right? Like an Illuvium comparison would be if, for example, this game you have more or less Ascension tokens. This game you have more or less mastery points to play with. Very, very bad thing in a 1v1 game again, because in the 1v1 game, where you go into with a builded deck already, it's just gonna hardcore favor one player, and it sucks. Like, you just load into the game and you know you're unfavored because of the random effect happening in the game. That's pretty shit. This is one of the things that I've heard people say and suggest a lot, and especially in the earlier days of Arena, just like make something like this, where like some random effect. You cannot do that in 1v1. Like, it is so horrendously bad because it's just gonna favor one player over the other for no reason, and the player has no input in it. It's the same exact criticism of legendary augments. A comparison on something that would work in a 1v1 thing, though, like these charms are essentially buffs or things that happen that you can buy for currency that just appear in your shops throughout the game, right? You could have this appear. You could have, for example, instead of only getting the augments via maybe components, right? Components to make augments, I think that would be a first great change. Then a second cool change would be maybe you can spend mastery points on buying more components. Spend mastery points on buying some effects. Maybe for one turn combat buff, maybe another component, maybe an extra unit, maybe an extra ascension token, maybe. I think those would be cool things, because that's another thing where then a player has to decide, do I spend mastery points on this or do I not?
Yeah, I like that a lot. Just give the players the option to choose some power-ups, and then all of them are not like super important, like not super game changing, like game winning, but they change your approach to the game and they change how everything works. Like, that's a really good idea there. A lot of more, instead of having like one big legendary augment, you have a lot of small decisions to make. Do I get one more ascension token, for example? I like that a lot. Got the bet here.
And it just, you need a lot of these. Like, I used to refer to that as...
What is he talking about? Basically how to make Ascendant Arena better. And he's drawing a lot of conclusions through TFT and Gauntlet and how they did it, because a big part of the Ascension is the auto battler. So we can see a lot of things that don't work in the auto battler also don't work in Ascension, like rogues. They removed rogues pretty much over the last sets in TFT. And rogues are a big problem. We see how strong they are, how polarizing they are. We don't really have a solution for that yet. You cannot really remove them, like Phobos said. I think if you give them, take away the ability to jump into the backline, that is kind of weird. Like, what do the rogue do then? Make them invisible? Like, that's not really... Like, then they're just kind of like fighters. So it's really hard to find a solution for this, I think.
Noob trap, so to say, where, like, sure, if everybody plays perfect and makes perfect decisions all the time, you coin flip every single game in existence. Because if both players play perfect, how else would it be? But you need more of these small things where people have to make a decision, and if they have to make a decision, they can make the wrong one. And that is what separates really good from bad players, essentially. And currently, Ascendant Arena has very few of those decisions, and most of the decisions that exist, they get again outdone by the whole left side, right side positioning. Do I swap this unit out, or do I swap that unit out, and maybe hyper? That's the main takeaway for me. You have to implement more of these small things, small decisions in the game. Making the augments not full augments that you give players, so the items in Illuvium, right? That is one thing. Essentially, then players can decide, do I wait for another component and make this better augment that I want?
Yeah, this is a really big point that we're missing from TFT, that you get component items, and then you can make... Like, you would get half augments, and you would have to combine 2 half augments to a full augment. And you would have different decisions to make. Do I create this final augment? Do I create this final augment? And yeah, we need all these little decisions, like Viper says, to actually have more skill expression in the game.
Or do I just make this augment now? I'm stronger on this turn. Very impactful decisions, very interesting decisions to make as well. I think this charms mechanic this TFT has in the latest set, in the current one even, also very interesting when you probably, do I spend mastery points on playing this unit right now, or do I buy this buff? Because oftentimes, at some point, mastery points are relatively abundant anyways, right? Like, what are you even going to spend them on? So if you spend the mastery points early on for this combat strength buff, maybe, that is probably weaker on that turn, but then it's stronger later on. Can you get to later on? Is it worth it? Is it in the current setting, how the current turns played out, how the item components that people gotten played out, and so on? Those are really interesting decisions, and those are things that should be added. Okay, but the super fundamental change that I think has to happen, like the current setup where you both play these really big turns blindly versus each other, it does not work in the game the way it currently is. If the game would be this front-to-back fighting, like in Teamfight Tactics, for example, where you have tanks, you have like melee damage dealers that are like drain tanks most of the time, so they can take some damage and they don't get instantly killed and whatnot, and then you have like the range carries behind, it would probably be okay, and it would probably work, because then the left or right side positioning wouldn't be as polarizing. But the way it currently is in Illuvium, in the Senate Arena, positioning is insanely polarizing, and that will never change as long as we both play these super blind turns versus each other. Because I can swap my team's positioning blindly, I can play new units blindly, I can swap out units blindly. And that's it. I think that's really bad. So my take on that, you want to split these long blind turns into smaller turns. It's essentially, okay, maybe you both have 100 mastery points to play your turns. One guy goes first and he puts an Illuvia on the board. Then the other guy has turn, puts an Illuvia on the board. Then your turn, you now know, okay, my guy is here, the other guy played a guy there, I put this guy here. Or I just move my guy here and so on, right? You just split this entire blind turn up into smaller movements. Maybe have people play 2 units or 2 moves at the same time, right? This is all stuff that comes down to the turn timer. You don't want turn timers to go too long, right? So if both players make like 10 actions in a turn, maybe the turns are too long, right? So maybe make 2 actions at the same time, or later on in the game you have to make 3 actions at the same time. Something like that, right? You can scale that. Early game, I mean, I don't know, 1 action, I play a unit, the other guy plays a unit, it's not going to take a lot of time. Mid-game, maybe 2, then maybe 3 actions at the same time. Maybe make it you can only move a unit once per turn, or only 2 times per turn, and so on, right? You can just put in a bunch of restrictions and rules around this, but fundamentally, have it that players have a move, and then the other guy has a move, and it's not just blind and bam, combat. So that's the main takeaway that I have on how to fix most of the hyper-polarizing things. Where it's like one guy just full swaps the team to water, and the other guy just stayed on earth. Or the other guy thinks, haha, maybe he's gonna swap to water, I'm gonna swap to air before, and then the guy was just staying on fire and is now beating you. It's like really, really coin flippy at the higher levels of play, which makes it very unenjoyable to play at the higher levels from like my competitive player POV on those things.
Yeah, you shouldn't be able to swap your full team into something else. We have battled that a little bit with Ascension tokens, right? Because if you sell a stage 3 Illuvial, you don't get both Ascension tokens back, only one of them. So it's a bit harder to swap your full team, but it's still very possible in the late game.
Or also from a, like if somebody is just playing the game a lot, right, they will just run into these things and you'll lose or win games just based on stuff that's essentially coin flip. And once you're good enough at the game to understand that those are coin flips, it's going to feel really bad. And I have one more idea that I think could be really, really good when it comes to how do you implement more of these small decisions into the game. I think, for example, to get something like Ascendant tokens, maybe every turn you should have to like burn a card from your deck, and that card is not usable in this game anymore, right? And
I like that a lot, because that is something that Parallel implemented, and that is a really good one. You always have, like, to get 1 more energy to play cards, or more mastery points, or Ascension tokens, whatever you want to translate it to, you have to burn 1 card from your hand into the energy pool. And this makes a lot of decision making happening again. Good players are going to make good decisions, bad players, bad decisions. We have skill expression.
Yeah, I also think it should be reverted that you don't see each other's decks. I think that's pretty fucking horrible. You should be seeing each other's decks, and you should be maybe having to burn a card from your deck to gain like ascension token. Therefore, throughout the game, your opponent and you have to make small decisions every turn on which unit to not have access to anymore at some later stage in the game. And then you have to probably think, okay, my opponent has these options left. Now they only have these options left. I had these options to begin with. Now I only have this left, and so on and so on. So it just implements more small decisions to make and more possibilities for people to make mistakes, which I think is the main thing needed in the game outside of like the fundamental rework of the turn structure. So to recap this, right, essentially, instead of giving people full augments, you should give them components, and 2 components make 1 augment, so players can decide which like full thing to make and when to make it as well. And then I think you should implement maybe these things where you have another thing that's offered to you, and you can decide, okay, do I buy this, or this, or do I pass? Right? Do I buy this buff? Do I buy this component? Do I save my points? Do I buy this ascension token? Or again, just another thing that can be implemented in the game where people have to make a decision, and that decision, well, can be a wrong one that then impacts the game. And now, for all of those small things to matter, to have relevant impact, you have to reduce this super polarizing thing of one player just being like, okay, this turn I'm gonna swap my entire team to the left side, and this turn entire team to the right side. And I think you do that by simply just
blind repositioning, free repositioning, and we basically have free reposition, right? Because in the late game you have so many mastery points that it doesn't matter anymore. It was a nice idea that every time you have to you want to reposition, you have to pay some fee, it costs something, but it doesn't matter in the late game anymore. And so in the late game, we again have full free reposition, which is really bad. It's just coin flip. I go right. If he also goes right, I lose. If he gets left, I win. And that's not how it should work.
Splitting the turn into these smaller turns where people can make like 1, 2, 3 moves, and then it's the next person makes like 1, 2, 3 moves. And at that point, you cannot just do the whole team on this side or the whole team on the other side and so on anymore. And there's a lot more counterplay and a lot more to think about and to do in the game. So yeah, I never really know how detailed or how explanatory I have to be to not be like boring and explain people stuff that they already know, or that I actually help people that are maybe not as gaming savvy, don't know these games or genres a whole lot, maybe more on the investor side of things, which is pretty much a big thing in Illuvium, right? Hope the video helped you. Hope the video gave some insights and cool ideas. If you guys enjoy the content, I would appreciate if you go to your profile, right, and you add the referral Viper in here. And yeah, this is definitely what helps me justify spending a lot of time on making these videos and such. So appreciate all of you guys watching the video, hanging out, and especially the ones who use my referral code. See you in the next one.
Thank you, Viper. Great video. Yeah, I agree. I agree with things he said in here. We need more decision makings. We need
chat. We get to do pick'ems.
We need more. Yeah, there needs to be more decisions to be made. Small decisions. It doesn't have to be like huge decisions. It gotta be a lot of small decisions, and then these small decisions will add up. If you constantly make the right decision, you probably cannot be always perfect. But if you constantly make the good decision, you express your skill. You're gonna be outperforming people who may make constantly worse decisions than you. So you do need more of these small things. And right now in Ascendant Arena, we have only like big decisions to be made all the time. Do I get this huge augment or do I get this huge augment? And there's a lot of RNG with it too. Do I get a perfect augment for my composition and I win? Or do I get shit augments and I lose? And it shouldn't be that way. And like last game that I played right now here, it was pretty much, it came down to this, right? I had bad augments. I also made some bad decisions. So it was definitely also a skill issue why I lost. But also I had bad augments and then you're just blocked from winning the game. Whereas if you, like he suggests, like similar to the items in TFT, if you split up the big items, the big augments into smaller parts, and then you can make decision how to combine those smaller parts to make the big augments, then you first off, there's less RNG to get like the perfect big or the worst big augment. And also there's more decision making. What do I want to make those small compartments, like those small augments, what do I want to make them into? So yeah, I hope we get a good rework of Ascendant. I think it's still some time away. but I think that would be great because there's a lot of potential in Ascendant Arena. I think for creating a complete new game genre, combining TFT, Auto Battler with a card game is huge, and it's pretty good for that already. It's just not perfect yet, and I hope the team puts in the time and effort to make it perfect because, yeah, I think it has great potential. And now we're going to play some Ascendant for the daily quests, get our revenge, and then we're going to be out of here. Why is he not proposing these things? He is proposing those things by making this video, right? Can you explain us a little bit about Illuvium Beyond? Sure, Illuvium Beyond is a NFT profile picture collection. You can buy discs. In those discs are three Illuvitars, the profile pictures, plus two. No, wait, there's two Illuvitars plus 3 accessories. And then you can fuse those accessories to your profile pictures, combining them, making a new profile picture out of them, burning the things you use for it, and by that creating somewhat of a unique profile picture for yourself. Like they're customizable NFT profile picture collection, basically, is what it comes down to. As an IIP, I don't know, how IIPs should work, or how they usually go through, is when they stay very broad. Just say, like, one IIP, for example, would be rework augments. So instead of having completed augments, you get like fragments of it, and then you can choose how to combine them to make those completed augments, giving you more decision making and less RNG, less coin flippy. But yeah, he would have to split it, because if he proposes like the full rework with all the details, then it's not gonna pass, because the team is like, all right, we cannot pass this, or the IMC is like, we cannot pass this, because then the team has to implement exactly everything like it is there. And maybe in the development process, something turns out to be not ideal that has been mentioned in IIP, but they have to do it anyway, right? That's why those IIPs should stay pretty broad, so the team can interpret them a little bit themselves and can, you know, have a little bit of freedom in the development process. Otherwise, it's really hard for the team. Shit. But that would be a good idea to do somewhat of an IIP for it. I think just giving the team your input, right? That's what he basically did with this video. He told the team what he thinks about it. He has most experience in Illuvium about stuff like this. So I think that's a good step. Everything doesn't have to be an IIP, right? Oftentimes it helps more if you just give them your opinion and they can take it or leave it, and then they can work with it, instead of forcing your exact idea onto them.
You're too much of a waste for space.
Shit, this is going bad again. We didn't resolve. That's pretty good, I guess. If we go like this. Bad start to this round. Hope nobody's getting broken augments. I think he has already one here that is broken. This one here in the back. If the team watches this video, I would assume they watch it. Like some of them. If I was on the team, I would value his input a lot. Alright, Brilliant Resolve here, stacking attack speed. Maybe here. Attack this guy. Should I really have to choke in the middle with this augment, giving shield to everybody? Should be still alright like this. He has the better augment though on his Gazutep, the better defensive augment. And that's the point, right? In this mirror match, Whoever gets the better defensive augment for their Gazotep wins it. And that sucks. That's not how it should be. Holy moly, we're getting smacked around. And this augment is broken right here. Nemesis mark. Which also sucks. I think that's probably gonna be the last round in here. Maybe give him lifesteal, maybe that helps. Revenant, I think. Then bring a full board onto it. Then I brought this weapon for exactly this case, so we're not ending up with 40 unused mastery points anymore. But yeah, you can see it in a second. Damage his Gazotep is taking and mine. That basically decides the matchup. And we're dead. Nice self-heal here with the augment. Now we have 2 augments on it, so we're still dying first, but it's not that bad anymore. That's crazy. Ruku damage, insane. TB Ruku damage, what? Hero damage, holy moly! Crit amp. Not change much. Additional attack speed, sure. Go for Spore. What's this weapon? We're again left with 40 mastery points. I would need a 40 cost suit. That would be really, really important. That would be really important. We could go 10, 100 cost in this. Probably a better choice. Also 4 rogues, which is kind of awkward. I think we're dead here. Stacking attack speed on takedown is broken. That one. Yeah, everything that stacks is broken at the moment, right? That's why it's max damage. Oh, shit, here comes a big takedown on my auto radar. Yeah, Ascendant is not really playable until the next patch, I think. Until the broken augments are fixed. I don't even know all the broken augments. He knows exactly what they are. He knows them exactly. Alright, this is frustrating me. I managed to win a gauntlet against bots. A nice boost from my confidence. Nice. The bots are getting stronger too. Good time to practice now, so you can beat them again after the next update. Yeah, we're not gonna watch the 1-hour interview with Kieran. We're gonna do that tomorrow, that's for sure. So mark your calendars. Kieran's Sam Stefania interview that apparently was really good. We're gonna watch that tomorrow together. That one right here. I'm gonna call it right here. And I'm gonna be back tomorrow. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you for also using the referral code PASS in your Illuvium account settings to support my content creation. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the stream. I had a lot of fun. Thank you again for tuning in, and I see you back tomorrow. GG's everybody. Peace out. Have a good one.